everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Beating the Backlog. This is a series where I attempt to clean up some of the achievements in games I've started on my gamer card and not completed. So the current goal is getting 80% completion. If you saw my first video, I have released one already, then you'll get some idea of how I go about things. So I've just had a week off work where I've spent probably too much time gaming. So these are my stats to start the week. So 56.7% through my goal to hitting 80%. You can see how many achievements left per day I need to average, how many achievements in total I need. So without further ado, I'm going to show you everything I played for the week, pop in a bunch of achievement videos, and we'll see how much progress I made. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first game for the week was Titanfall 2. I'm pretty sure I started this in the first video, so this was me continuing through it. It wasn't very difficult, to be honest, and it's actually really quick. So all it required was one playthrough on hardest difficulty, getting all the collectibles along the way, which are pilots' helmets. And it did have a bunch of miscellaneous achievements as well, so some were level specific and some were just random things you had to do. Bunch of boss fights along the way as well. The campaign was alright. I didn't really care a great deal for it. I was quite excited to see it finish. As I was getting further through the walkthrough and saw myself close to the end, I was getting quite excited just for it to be done. So this is me getting the last pilot helmet. I think after that, this is the end of the campaign itself. So thankfully the difficulty achievements were stackable. So doing it on master difficulty gets you all the other achievements, so you don't have to do it multiple times, which to be honest was a bit of a relief. I had one miscellaneous achievement left at this point, which I was trying to get in the final level. The Titans have the special ability, and I didn't have mine active, so I couldn't get this achievement. But it's right here, so you need to get 30 kills in one activation in 2 seconds. So you can see the kill counter at the top. With the super, really easy. Without it, I just couldn't get it done. So that's the last achievement. Got all of them. That's the whole game complete. So that's my first completion for the week. I went on to, I can't remember what this is, Riptide GP2 is one I started years ago and barely touched. So bunch of miscellaneous achievements on this, but the main thing is you need to buy everything, or almost everything, all the hydro jets, and you also need to 3-star all the events, and there's 70 events. It's one of those games that's notorious for rubber banding the opponents, so it can be quite difficult to win. Towards the end of the game though, it actually got really easy. Once you've got your final hydro jet upgraded, you can kind of fly through it pretty quick. It still took a while, but I like games that are kind of mindless and you don't really have to follow a guide for, you can just play, and that's what this was. So I just started playing through it. This is, I think, the final 3-star I had to get. At that point in time it's all done, so I get my final achievements. Had a few pop in one go for a bunch of gamer scores, so that was quite nice. And I think here, yeah, I show it. So you can see them all popping up here, but that's another completion. So it's nice to kind of clean up the gamer card a bit and not just start loads of stuff and barely touch them. So yeah, that's the second completion. I think I did this the same day as Titanfall, on the Monday. So it's quite nice to get 2 done on one day. Got quite a lot of achievements done on that as well. Okay, then going into Abe's Odyssey, which for me, I remember having a demo disc of this when I was super young, and playing the first level about 20 times. It scared me a bit, it was a bit creepy, but I started this up to try and go for completion in it. I didn't do loads of it on this day, I only played it for the one day, but I am planning on maybe doing a series or a video where I get the whole completion and it shows my progress. But it was a lot of fun. This is quite an old remake at this point, so this is a remake of the original, but it still does look really good. And it is just a lot of fun to play. I was a bit put off at first because there's quite a lot of controls, so you get controls for communicating with certain NPCs and controlling these little guys you save. But once you get started, you learn the controls quite quickly, and it's actually not as bad as it looks. You do have to follow a guide, which is a bit of a nightmare because, like I mentioned before, I enjoy just being able to play games and not follow a guide all the time. But unfortunately, this requires 3 playthroughs as it is, so I thought if I don't follow a guide, it'll be a load more. Because some of the hidden spots in this game, there's hidden spots to save certain people, and I would never find them, just no chance. So that's the last achievement I got on this for the day. A lot of fun though, did enjoy it. I found someone to carry me through this, which is the Dead Ops in Call of Duty Cold War. So this guy literally carried me, you can see the scores at the top, through the entire thing to wave 64 to kill the final boss. It's got a huge ratio, barely anyone's done it, so I got quite fortunate to be carried through this. I probably could have done this eventually. In single player you get checkpoints, but it would have taken forever. This guy literally carried through the whole game for me in like 3 hours, so I thought I'd make the most of it. So you can see here 0.13% of all Xbox gamers with the game have actually got that achievement, and he helped me mop at the final 2 Dead Ops achievements here as well. Took like 5 minutes. I'm missing 1 achievement, which is like 50 vehicle kills online, but the online's dead. But if I get that, I'll complete the whole game. So I'm hopefully going to get a lobby and get that done at some point. But for now, I'm missing literally 1 achievement, which is kind of frustrating, to be honest. But whilst I was getting carried through that, I started playing this, which is Wolf Among Us. This is a 360 version. I got 1 achievement in it, and then I just didn't touch it after that. I don't know why. On the 1, I've completed it and got every achievement, and honestly, I love it. It's one of my favourite Telltale games. So it's based on all like the fable characters, like mythological characters from like fairy tales. But it's quite dark and gritty. You know, there's a lot of death in it and stuff like that. The video here isn't great because most of the achievements pop in like a black screen after completing a chapter. But other than story related ones, you've just got to get some like miscellaneous fables, which are like little collectibles. But nice and easy game, kind of mindless. You don't really have to think much whilst playing it. So I thought I'd get that done. So that's another full completion. I think you'll see here, this is the end of the game. You will see the completion, like all the achievements. Number 2 has been announced for next year, I think, so when that comes out I will definitely be playing it. That'll be a lot of fun, to be honest. So that's another completion. Went into the second Riptide game. I got 1 achievement for getting like the first Easter egg here, and then I thought I can't stomach another like 100 events, so I promptly turned it off, but I tried. Then this was Infinite Mini Golf, I think. Honestly, I hopped through so many games this week. But this is just, you have to like edit a level on 2 different maps, like DLC maps, and you get an achievement on each. Took like 2 minutes. Then we went into, this is The Force Unleashed on a 360. So there's a spot at the start here where these Wookiees spawn infinitely, and there's a bunch of kill related achievements. So I was just here grinding them. When you play as Darth Vader in this kind of intro level, you can't really die. So you just spam buttons for ages. It's quite boring, but I was just doing it whilst watching TV. Got a bunch of achievements, so nice and easy. I might complete the game at some point, but I don't know, 360 stuff looks really dated now. Then this is Zombie Army Trilogy. I joined into a session for this. There's a Horde mode. I think there's 5 maps and you need to get to wave 10 for the achievements. So this was one of them here. I already had 3 of 5 done, but I got the last 2 done in this session. It's like a 3-hour session, but it's quite fun, to be fair. I made some progress to other stuff, so this is like, I think 50 revives or something. I also got a few other achievements, I think one for like protecting teammates or something like that. So this was literally straight after that revive. This is for getting my final wave 10 Horde done, I think it was. Yeah, so we got that done. And then this is for getting, I think, kills totaling like 50 kilometers in distance. So it is a Sniper Elite based game, so it records like distance kills and stuff like that. And this is just like a really easy Horde spot to grind it. So that's me hitting the distance for it. I was close at the end of the session, so I thought I'd just go for it. This is a random achievement for Leapfrog. It's a TA event. Yeah, last achievement on that game's glitched for me, but that's nice and easy. Killer Instinct, I was just AFKing a few games played with characters, and I got a few achievements here over the week. I won't show them because it's really boring, but I got a few Killer Instinct achievements, so that's one of them. I got like 2 others, I think. Nothing exciting. Goat Sim, I loaded it back up. I've still got some of the DLCs to do, but it's like they're quite long, like a lot of collectibles, a lot of following a guide. So I did a few quick ones that you can get without really thinking much. So this is just like spray paint a wall 10 times, nice and easy. And after those I just turned it off. I'll complete it at some point, but I don't really enjoy the game, to be honest. This is Neighborhood, so it's, I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest. It's you and like up to 3 friends or NPCs, so I'm playing with bots here. And it's like wave based, so you get like random enemies on each wave, and then you got a boss fight at the end. So this is me completing it on normal difficulty. There is also a hard difficulty achievement. I got to like the final fight twice, but it's really quite difficult by yourself with bots because the bots are really awful. You only heal health and revive if you're like right next to your teammates. You'll be in like a circle And if you distance away from them or they distance away from you, then you won't heal, so it's like really easy to die, especially on hard difficulty. Actually, I think it's normal. There's easy and normal, but normal is hard. So I completed that on easy. There's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So this is like kill a foot with a football or something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I think it is. Then you've got one for like killing a ghost with a campfire, which pops up here, I think. Just a few miscellaneous ones. I had to unlock all the levels to get it to be possible, but there you go, so that's killing the ghost. Then there's 2 achievements, one for like choosing every superpower, one for every weapon, but you can only select like a random few each time, so only a few pop up each time you complete a wave. So it took a while, it's just luck of the draw, but eventually I got that to pop. This is Narcosis. Hate this game, I started it years ago. It just plays so awfully. It's like you're underwater, you're trying to like escape or something, there's fish and crabs that attack you. Oh, it's just horrible. So I completed this game up, followed the walkthrough, and as always on Xbox an achievement glitched. So I've got everything done on this, so you can see here like I've got like 1 achievement left. In the next scene it's out of sync, but this is like the first achievement I got. But there's 1 achievement left for getting all the collectibles, all the personal IDs. I've got them all in my game, you can see that I've got them all. I replayed the whole game and got them all a second time, took like 2 hours and it just didn't pop. So for now I've given up, I'll try again some other time maybe. Quite frustrating. Went on to Infinity Runner. This is one that I had like 25 out of 55 achievements, so I had quite a lot left to get. It's actually quite fun, but it's pretty difficult. So you can see what the game is. It's very simple, graphics aren't great, but you just go through the levels, you've got to like dodge lasers and dodge all obstacles and collect stuff along the way. It sounds a bit boring, but actually it was quite good fun to play. I've got a few achievements left in this. One's for getting all the collectibles. Ironically, straight after Narcosis, I played this and my collectible achievement glitched. I've got like 1 in-game, which it's not showing on my achievement as earning. But when you look on the in-game stats, I have them all, and I've played every level and I've got them all. So that glitched, and then there's a few quite long ones we've just got to grind out like running distance and collecting stuff, so it takes a while. So I will come back to this game and complete it, because I did quite enjoy it. But it wasn't really worth like the probably 3 or 4 hours of grinding for the last couple of achievements, because I can get the achievements way quicker just playing something else. So I left that for now. Prominence Poker. There's a load of achievements for just playing a certain amount of games in different arenas. For some reason I'm really close to them all. Like, it must be retroactive from like when the game came out. So I've got loads of progress on them. So I'm just kind of loading it up every day and getting an achievement in that. They're quite a high ratio for Leapfrog on True Achievements if anyone's on there. So I'm just using it for that. This is World of Van Helsing Death Trap, which is like a tower defense type game. So you play as like a character with abilities and stuff like that, and then you build your towers and your traps and stuff, and it's wave based. So I loaded that up. I had like 5 achievements. Played through it. I completed the campaign on like the easiest difficulty. I've got to do it a bunch more times. I did enjoy it, but once again, like it becomes quite a grind, so I'm just leaving it for now till I get my like 80% completion and I can spend more time on stuff. But I enjoyed what I played of it. I probably played like 4 or 5 hours. I got probably, I don't know, 15 achievements in it. So decent progress. And this is just, yeah, the last level, just me finishing it. This was a glitched achievement in Halo Infinite. I've still got a few left to get on it. When it came out, I did everything but like Laso, the Battle Pass, this, which is like revive 3 people in elimination or something, which is now fixed, and I'm just doing it here with bots. And then 1 other achievement, but there's new achievements coming out soon, so I'd like to get it complete, so I just thought I'd do that. It took 2 minutes. This is Bard's Gold. I had 1 achievement in it. I think it must have been on Game Pass, and I was going to play it a while ago, but it must have been removed from Game Pass because I don't own the game anymore. So I bought it, it was like £4, and to be honest, I actually really enjoyed it. So I don't really know what this kind of game's called, to be honest. But it was good fun. So you go through different levels, there's like little enemies around and stuff, and you've got to progress through the levels, try and keep your lives. As you earn gems from killing stuff, you get the ability to go to the shop and buy upgrades and stuff. So I played through a bunch of that. A few of the achievements look quite hard, but like I said, I did enjoy it, so I'll go for them at some point. But once again, it's just a bit of a time investment right now. I know there's one for earning like tons and tons of gems, which will take quite a long time, so I thought I'd just get what I could quite quickly and leave it for now. So this is me just going through, finishing like the very first world. I think there's 4 worlds. there's like achievements for getting a certain amount of kills and finding secrets and getting gems, so I got a bunch of those. This might be like a kill one or something, 250 kills maybe. Yeah, and so that was the end of that, so nothing really exciting, but it was good fun. I will go back to it. This is a game called Charlie Murder, which is on the 360. I think this is only on my card. There's a few achievements for like completing the game in certain ways and stuff. And I joined the session like years and years and years ago and got them like instantly, so saved playing through the whole game. So it's on my card, and I looked at the walkthrough. There's like 4 or 5 achievements I could earn in like 20 minutes at the start of the game. So I went through and I just got those. As you can see, I'm really just game hopping at this point, struggling to find stuff to play. This was their idea of like a music rhythm game. You have to do one of these and get 100%. And all it is, at least on this one, literally just pressing A when it hits a line, nothing else to it. So I thought maybe it'd be like a bit difficult to get this, but I think it's more difficult not to get this at this point. So this was the last one I got on this and I stopped. And then I've gone on to Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty. This is a 360 version, which is why it looks so awful. I've just started playing through the campaign, just getting, you know, the whole campaign done. I've got like 40 achievements I can get in it, so it takes a little while, but it's quite mindless, nice and easy. Even on Veteran, it's not a difficult game. Like, the Call of Duties have got really easy compared to what they used to be. I doubt I'll ever finish a DLC on this. I've done it on the 1, but I doubt anyone would play on the 360, and the season pass is like 40 quid, so I don't know if it's worth it for that set of achievements. I remember some of them are really tough as well. But I'm about halfway through the campaign at the point of recording this on Sunday, so I will finish it off over the next week. But it's not been bad, like I said, nice and quick. You get at least like 2 achievements a level, because there's a level specific and complete the level. So decent progress, and yeah, that was the last thing I was playing during the week. So let's go to a quick summary. So this is where we've ended the week. So we started at 76.18, we're now at 76.93, so that's like 0.75 increase. 938 achievements till we hit 80%. It was 1167, so that's what, 229 for the week, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Well, that's nearly 40 a day average, which is way above the target. So we're now under 15 a day. I remember at one point it was over 20, so it's really good progress, to be fair. I am tempted to kind of stop this goal. I'll still be actively going for 80, but as you've noticed from the video for this week, it's been a lot of just hopping through tons of games and not getting a lot done in them, whereas I'd quite like to finish the game as I'm playing it and then go on to the next one, just because it is really hard to kind of play a bit of a game and then stop and then come back to it years later. Plus it looks better on the card. Like at the moment I've got like 5%, 10%, 12%, which I don't really like, and it's also a struggle trying to decide what to play each day to get enough achievements. So I might swap that around a bit. I've just got a 4K capture card and I really want to play Callisto Protocol, which is out in like a month, and I don't think I'll hit 80% before then, so we'll see how it goes. But good progress for the week. Played tons of stuff as always, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. This may not be weekly anymore. This week was quite easy because I had the week off, but by default, yeah, I'm not going to play as much as I did this week, obviously, because I work, and this does take a fair bit of time to edit on a Sunday because there's so many game clips. Like, I record every achievement, and then sorting through them all just takes forever. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll see what my progress is from here when I upload next, what I upload. I do want to kind of go back to Crash and stuff like that and get some of those games done. So we'll see what I do next. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and until next time, see you later.